Book of Gaberock, Analog Leadership in a Digital World. Entry 11. The Story Promotion Boards Actually Read. Why Consistency, Clarity, and Future Intent Shape Your Professional Story. In support of officer professional development, I created an infographic to share my perspective on how a senior officer may approach an Air Force promotion board. Each step of the process contains nuances that may not be public knowledge, yet understanding them is crucial to grasping the intent of the board and an officer's ability to influence the outcome. A component of the promotion package is the Officer Promotion Brief, OPB, more commonly known as an Annual Performance Report. In the section titled What a Board Member Really Looks At in roughly 5-ish minutes, I discuss Higher Level Reviewer, HLR, stratifications. This occurs when the senior rater in your chain of command racks and stacks you against your peers, assigning a numerical value to your performance. Directly below that stratification, the senior rater has a text box where they are allowed approximately 250 characters to provide a plain English assessment of your performance over the last year. The combination of these two sections is the most critical part of the performance report. As a board member, I could zoom in on those specific sections across multiple OPBs, place them in chronological order, and have enough information to determine your potential to serve at the next rank or in a competitive leadership position. Since the HLR assessment section is only written once a year, what should be the overarching strategy for shaping it? Collectively, your OPBs serve as a permanent record reflecting both your performance and potential over time. Therefore, your overarching strategy for shaping HLR assessment sections should be to tell a story of consistency while clearly pointing toward your future. First, let's focus on the strategy of telling a story. While every good story starts with a map, longer narratives are organized into chapters. This breaks the story into manageable sections, controls the tempo, and prevents story fatigue for the reader. Each chapter builds towards a climax and a satisfying conclusion, or at least a cliffhanger, transition into the next stage. You should apply this same framework of gradual progression across your OPBs. To be clear, the HLR assessment section is not the place for another task accomplishment statement. Instead, treat it as a 15-second elevator pitch that captures the tone of your performance over the past year, your mission impact, and a preview of what you're ready to tackle next. Because space is limited, economy of language is critical. Pro tip, include any awards you want in this section so they're explicitly accounted for. When viewing your OPBs as a whole, they should tell a story of consistent improvement or, at the very least, sustained high performance. Any drop in performance should be avoided. The assessment text has been revamped and should now be written so that someone unfamiliar with the military can easily understand your performance and potential. Use simple, direct language to articulate your impact. Officers at every rank are charged with responsibilities over people or programs that contribute to a larger mission. Use strong language to explain how effectively you executed those responsibilities and the resulting positive impact, and there better be impact. Avoid making it sound like you single-handedly won the war. Board members will quickly sniff out hyperbole and immediately question the integrity of the report. Instead, ensure each HLR statement serves as a powerful summation of your year's work. Consistency is most easily measured through high stratifications, which are earned through outstanding performance above your assigned duties and among your peers. Performance is first and foremost measured against your primary mission. You must do your job well before you can earn anything else. Assuming you're doing your job, you can further distinguish yourself through awards, contributions outside your assigned duties, or completing development programs that demonstrate a willingness to dedicate personal time to the profession. You might think, I should only be evaluated on my primary duty. Guess what? You aren't. With that being settled, make a choice and take control of what you can. Ultimately, consistent high stratifications are the clearest indicator of high performance to a board member. High performance is not a guarantee of perfection, but it demonstrates your standing among your peers and improves your chances for promotion. Each year is an opportunity to add another chapter to your career story. Work hard and collaborate with your supervisor to deliberately shape the narrative of your professional journey. In general, the most common path for an officer is to seek to become a commander. You must first learn your assigned trade, but eventually you will be measured by your ability to lead the people who make up that formation. At the end of the HLR assessment section, the senior rater will make a recommendation on what type of duty title should come next for you. This is where clearly pointing toward your future becomes critical. Duty titles are important because they identify key development positions that indicate direct responsibility over people and programs. When used within the HLR assessment section, recommendations for duty titles signal that you're ready for increased responsibility. The first step will be flight commander, or whatever your tribe's equivalent duty title may be for a company grade officer. Checking the box as an executive officer, aide-de-camp, or serving in the commander's action group is never a bad idea, since those are selective and highly competitive opportunities. As a field grade officer, branch chief and division chief are strong key development duty titles, especially if you're serving on staff. If you're a deputy, not so much. You really want to be the primary person in charge, and that needs to be reflective in your records. Director of Operations or Squadron or Group Commander recommendations are among the strongest recommendations you can receive as an officer and should be generally what you're aiming for by default. Remember those Choose Your Adventure books where you could turn to page 37 and walk down the hallway to investigate the strange sound, or turn to page 19 and hide in the closet until the noise went away? There is a similar dynamic in your career. You have the opportunity to deliberately shape your own story. I stated earlier that the most common path for an officer is to become a commander, but that does not mean it is the right path for you. Life may present different priorities, such as family considerations or alternative career opportunities, and you may define a successful career differently than the traditional model. I know plenty of officers who chose not to play the game and instead found fulfillment serving in their own corner of the world. If there is a different path you want to forge, talk it through with your supervisor, build a deliberate plan, and leverage the HLR section accordingly. Serving as an instructor or foreign affairs officer, attending an advanced educational program to earn a doctorate, or pursuing a specific office within the National Capital Region that piques your interest are all reasonable and achievable goals. However, they will not happen in silence. You should use your OPBs to clearly communicate that you possess the skill sets and drive necessary to become a positive asset for the Air Force should your performance warrant selection. Talk to your supervisor and determine whether timing and tempo are right for you to pursue opportunities that broaden your experience while still sharpening your resume as an officer. Two things can be true at the same time. The final statement of the HLR assessment section serves as the senior rater's recommendation for the type of position you are being prepared to fill next. Again, consistency plays an important role here. Consecutive recommendations for leadership positions send the message that you have proven through performance that you are ready for increased responsibility. Likewise, consecutive recommendations for career broadening opportunities signal that the timing and tempo are right for you to expand outside the traditional path while still progressing toward your goals. Future intent should be the clear final message within your HLR assessment section, so work hard to earn those recommendations. 250 characters on a piece of paper, written once a year, may seem insignificant, but they should be treated as the culmination of all your hard work and approach with deliberate strategy. While it may seem unfair to distill your performance into such a small amount of space, it is what it is. Don't hate the player, hate the game. My final piece of advice may sound counter to everything I've just said, but it is important. Don't stress over this. In less than an hour, talk with your boss, share your ideas and concerns, build a realistic plan, and then get back to work. The rest of the OPB serves as the preamble to the HLR assessment section, so you truly have to earn those words and stratifications. Forge your path towards success by leading your airmen and working hard. The rest of the plan will take care of itself. The tear line. Your OPB should tell a story of consistent performance and future potential. Promotion boards look for patterns over time, not isolated accomplishments. The HLR assessment section is the most important real estate on your OPB. In roughly 250 characters, your senior rater summarizes your impact, leadership trajectory, and readiness for increased responsibility. Consistency matters more than perfection. Strong stratifications, deliberate career planning, and clear future recommendations collectively shape the narrative of your professional journey.